building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Right.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And Thomas has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular.
Touchdown! Jahan Dotson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Prescott off play action. Out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And Sharp calls it in. And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. On second down, it's Pollard. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that one.
It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. To throw, Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, and it's caught. And he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. They'll run with Gibson. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 1st quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A quick throw here out to Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And now in RPO, everything happens so fast, and as a defender, you can't get stuck trying to figure out what's going on. That time he had it figured out in a flash, and he was able to make a beeline to the receiver and make the play.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the left side, Gallup's got it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To the air again, Prescott. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. The kick by Maher is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on him.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Neville Gallimore on the stop.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On the sneak, it's Prescott trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Running with Elliott. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Commander defense able to hold. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, Sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode.
All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on.
I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
On second down, here's Gibson again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Brissett on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
First down, Brissett. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill.
Here's Brissett. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. He scored on the ground and through the air, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Sly on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
47.
Prescott now from the 50. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 44, Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Jahan Dotson on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. They'll throw now on the final play. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
46.
Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Dak going to try and run. On the option, here's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. You don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Brissett sets to throw it. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A give running right, Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brissett. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, here's Gibson. And some room to run now. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, Brissett. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Gibson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Second down and goal. Brissett. And he slings one that's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
Hey, real deal, real deal. Hey, real deal, real deal.
Brissett now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel from 3 yards out. And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Cowboys make over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Prescott on first down. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Prescott. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dunbar with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Now Brissett. And that is incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Brissett
going right back to Dotson. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Brissett.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. The extra point by Sly is up and good,
and the lead is now 24.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
He's got room past the 30, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. DJ Chark, 50 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Taken at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. The 20.
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Commanders.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down throw for Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Brissett again. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. First down, Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Prescott yet again.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington, they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys,
the loss could be an impactful one as they'll finish at 11-6 on the year.
And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.